Hello guys and welcome back. This is round 6. We're 3-2 right now. Before we started, our goal was to just finish in the top 64 so we could get a foil version of the promo card. We're in line to do that, so hopefully we'll make a nice little recovery. Our opponent started off with a mulligan. Looks like we're playing against bug control here, and seems like he kept a pretty loose hand. I think we're going to just take away his turn 1 play of Ancestral. The Jace is 4 turns away, and the Abrupt Decay has no targets, so we're okay. Plus, I think our Wasteland is going to be very good against a bug deck like this. I don't think they run Wastelands of their own, and I think they run a lot of non-basics. Unlike the last matchup where we played against the Blue-White Miracles decks, in which they only ran, it seemed like they only ran Tundras in their decks. So, okay, I think we're just going to take the Ancestral Visions here. Pass the turn. The reason why I let off with a Swamp there instead of a non-basic land was that in case we're facing off against a Wasteland deck, I wanted to get double black turn 2. Okay, so we have another little decision point here. We top decked a Deathrite Shaman, and we know he has an Abrupt Decay in his hand. But since he led off the turn 1 with a Polluted Delta, I want to draw out the Abrupt Decay. Plus, it increases the chances of me hitting the Jace the Mind Sculptor whenever I fire off the him to Torak. Plus, I really want to do some land disruption to him, and I want him to get a non-basic land off of the Polluted Delta to fire off the Wasteland here. So I think the choice is between Wastelanding here, hemming him, or Deathrite Shamaning him. I think I'm gonna just him to Torak him, see where it goes, and we get the Jace the Mind Sculptor that we were fearing. And I think we're just gonna play Badlands Deathrite Shaman here. That way, next turn we go Wasteland into a Bloodbraid Elf, which is pretty sweet turn. And he fires off an Ancestral Visions. Alright. I am tempted to him to Torak here to get his last card, and pretty soon we're not going to be able to get any value off of our hymns, but since he does have a suspended Ancestral Visions here, I think we're going to have plenty of targets if the game goes that long, so let's just fire off the Bloodbraid off here and see where it goes. This feels good. This feels like winning. Inquisition. Sure, let's see what you got there, buddy. And it's Jace the Mind Sculptor. Alright, I guess if we want our opponent's last card to be Jace, this will be the situation. He only has 2 lands in play. None of them produce any blue mana, so I like this. I like the way this game is going. We have him on the 3-turn clock. He has 2 cards. Just gonna him him now. So we get a Shardless Agent and a Jace. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good him right there. We're gonna drop him down to 11 this turn. I think the Ancestral Visions is gonna be a factor in this game, unless we draw more gas. And that's quite a rip from our opponent there. So we have him on the 7-turn clock, and Ancestral Visions will most definitely be a factor here, unless we rip a Liliana, Abrupt Decay, Taiga. All of those are superstar rips. Okay. I still think we're pretty comfortable here. Like, as long as he has a blank here and we could draw, like, a spell, something, anything, I think we're in good shape. And, wow. Those are some nice little rips there. Okay, Sylvan Library. That's not bad. That's one big Tarmogoyf, and Ancestral Visions is going to just load them up with cards. I think we had our window there to take over the game, and just got shut down. That first rip of the Tarmogoyf was huge. Second Abrupt Decay was pretty huge too, because like if he didn't get rid of the Deathrite Shaman, it was just going to win the game on its own. And I don't think this deck over here runs that many remove spells, period. Now he has a Deathrite of his own. Alright, we gotta take that damage. Him, Sylvan. Alright, let's see. Oh, ooh, okay. Our cascades are gonna be awkward, but I think what I want to happen is put Thoughtseize and him on top with the him on top of the thoughts. Oh, come on. Okay. Sylvan Library is so hard to work. This is huge. This is huge, guys. What I really wanted to do was put Thoughtseize and then put the him on top so I could cascade into the him and I don't lose life. And then I could attack for 6 that turn. And then he would have to either chump block with the Deathrite Shaman or go down to 3 and fear losing to a bolt. So I think he would be like forced to chump block over there. Then he would be forced to keep the Tarmogoyf back if he didn't like chump block there. But since we took the 4 damage completely unnecessarily, if we attack with both here, he's just gonna go down to 3, have no fear of the bolt. Well, he had fear of the bolt, but go down to 3. But he could just lethal us by attacking with the Tarmogoyf and making us -2. So I have to leave the Bloodbraid back, and I think this might cost us the game here. Losses related to moto. Okay. Charlotte into Ancestral Visions. Must be nicer. I don't know how many lands this guy is running, but he is drawing gas after gas. We're going to have to chump block. At least we get to see 3 new cards off of the Sylvan Library. Yay. Alright, Gorf's good. Gorf's good. As long as he keeps on drawing blanks. We're good shape here. We could go down to 3, but we can't go down to 3. That means the Deathrite Shaman just kills us plain. We can't really fire off the Thoughtseize anymore. That loss of 4 life is huge. I'm going to trade with the Charlotte Agent here. Tarmogoyf. Is he going to start draining us? Oh my god. That was a big mistake. Right, he's gaining life here. Which makes sense. He has an Ancestral that's ticking down. He has 2 more cards in his hand. The long game belongs to him, and we just lose. Never mind. So I don't know. Alright, sideboard. I think I want Life from the Loam so I can win the Wasteland Wars. I definitely want the Power Blasts. I think I want the him to Torox here to get 2-for-1 advantage, grind him down. But I may be having too much hand disruption here. Because, like, it's going to come down to a top deck war again, and I think he top decks a little bit better than us, which is unfortunate. Alright, thinking back on game 1, if we double attack and he chumps blocks, he goes to 6, then he gets Charlotte's Agent into Tarmogoyf anyway. Into Ancestral Visions anyway, so I think we were going to be in rough shape anyway. He'll attack us down to 4. We Alpha Strike. We can't Alpha Strike, he'll trade Shard Agent with our Bloodbraid off going down to 3, and then we would play Tarmogoyf off of the Sylvan Library draws. Then he'll Jace bounce it. So I think we would have lost anyway. But still, that was a punt. Yeah, I think 8 hand disruption spells are going to be enough with the Liliana. It's not really much I want to take out against this matchup. I feel like this matchup should be in our favor. I really feel like I bring him down to such a low point where he can't really do anything, and then he just gets it turns into a top deck war, and then he just beats us in the top deck war. It's hard to make cuts here. The pulse is so slow. It doesn't make like any multitude of tokens. There's not really anything that like really big that I can't kill. Like if he has a Jace, I'd rather bolt the Jace or blood braid the Jace or something like that. Yeah, I think the hand disruption is a little bit too much against Bug. I don't know. I'm just guessing at the sideboard here, which again isn't the best case. But I'm not a legacy expert. I just qualified for MOCS, and I want to try to get my Force of Will. It's a pretty good hand here. We got some disruption with him to Thorax. I think Dark Confidants are really important in this matchup just for card advantage. And we have Wasteland here, which is huge for us because I think they run very few basic lands. And like LDing them just could win the game on our own. Yeah, we got to get a dual land here. I'm tempted to get a basic swamp, but with our hand, the way they're set up, I think we have to get a dual land here. Plus, I don't think they run wastelands and stuff like that. So we're just going to go with the Badlands Bayou combination. I think we're going to just lead off here with a Thoughtseize. No, excuse me, not Thoughtseize. Him to Torak. What am I saying? And next turn, we could drop the Wasteland and play like a Confidant Thoughtseize or a Tarmogoyf Thoughtseize. And looks like he's going to be getting a Brainstorm, I think, and protecting his hand a little bit. Yep. Alright. He knew exactly what he wanted to protect. We got Abrupt Decay in the land. Sure. Abrupt Decay. Alright, I think since I have two Confidants here and the Tarmogoyf, I think I just want to lead off with a Goyf here. And hopefully he'll build up his hand a little bit more for me to Thoughtseize a little bit. And, yeah. Card advantage. Okay, that's not the worst thing to flip, but not the best thing. I would like more Wastelands here. A Life from the Loam would be sweet. I think we got a Thoughtseize here. Go down to 12, see what's up. What's up is a Jace and a Shardless Agent. I think we got to get rid of the Shardless Agent here. He has a lot of lands. And a Jace. And we have a Bloodbraid to answer a Jace with haste. And we're going to play another creature here. And he can't stop us. So I think we're going to play a Tarmogoyf here to put a clock on him so we don't die to double Dark Confidants just ravaging our lives away. Okay. If this was any other format other than Legacy, I would feel very confident that we're going to be winning this game. But since this is Legacy and a whole mess of crap could happen, I'm actually still kind of nervous. Like, you could top deck a Shardless Agent after we Thoughtseize the Shardless Agent. Alright, I think we're gonna just Abrupt Decay away his Tarmogoyf. We're gonna hem him. He still has the Jace, but he doesn't have the land to play the Jace now. And I'm willing to trade the Confidant for his agent here, because I want to get damage dealt with the Tarmogoyf. And if he draws a fourth land, I want him to bounce the Tarmogoyf with the Jace so he doesn't get any cards out of it, and surprise him with the Bloodbraid Elf. That way, he wastes a whole turn bouncing my Goyf. I gain tempo by, getting whatever I get from the Bloodbraid Elf and being able to kill the Jace. Alright, let's get a good one. That's a great one. This feels like winning. Alright, bye-bye Jace. And we have him in a 2-turn clock here. All right, sweet. Okay. Game 3. This is going to be the hard one. Going to be on the draw. I don't know what to take out. Like, the bolts seem good, but is it better than a thoughtseize on the draw? Like, I want to be able to disrupt his hand turn 1, right? But, like, I don't want his... Well, I don't think... Like, what scares me that I could kill with bolt? Bobs? Goyfs get out of hand really quickly. Charlotte's Agents I don't even want to kill. I guess we could bring in an Ancient Grudge for his Charlotte's Agents. Okay, so I'm switching some things around. I don't know if having 4 Lilianas in the draw is good enough. Okay, this hand seems acceptable. We got Disruption, 2 threats, and a Wasteland. And I think the Wasteland's going to be huge in this matchup. So let's see how it goes. Swamp. Deathrite Shaman. Alright, that's acceptable. Alright, that's beautiful. Thoughtseize away, my friends. And wow, okay. This is an interesting hand here. He has double Brainstorm, a Baleful Strix, Jace, and a Wasteland, with no way to get blue mana except for Deathrite Shaman. What's unfortunate for us is that we have all non-basics, one of them being a fetch land, so he's going to be having access to 1 blue. What we want to do is hopefully get him away from 2 blue. His Brainstorms are good, but they don't really dig him any further if he doesn't have a shuffle effect. The most powerful card in his hand is obviously Jace. That's nuts. But he's so far away from Jace, and we do have a Hymn to Torok here. And I think he's going to be able to fire off a blue spell no matter what. So I'm going to take away the Baleful Strix, because I have a Tarmogoyf I want to try to see if I could deal damage and kill him with. So unless he top decked another blue producing land here, he's going to have to Wasteland. Hope I play a non-basic here. Pyroblast is not the worst, but not the best. I could Wasteland his Wasteland here, but then we cheat parity, and then he's going to be able to get 2 mana on his turn to fire off Brainstorms and start recovering from it. So I think I'm just going to play a Dark Confidant here, because I really want to draw a red source here, besides from the fetch land, because I really want to limit his use of his Deathrite Shamans here. Okay, and he right away he goes after that. I think... See, I don't like Hymn to Torok there either. I don't like playing Wasteland for Wasteland either. And I don't like Fetch Land either. Well, maybe Fetch Land. Fetch Land into a Forest. Play not Tarmogoyf, but I want to save the Verdant Catacombs for a red source there too. Oh boy, what is this? You gotta be kidding me. World's Best Brainstorm. Into Shard Agent, into Tarmogoyf. We're in trouble. How do I get out of this situation here? Yeah, I don't like Hymn to Torok the last turn before, because he had Brainstorm we knew he could activate. He was going to protect his best 2 cards anyway, so the Hymn to Torok isn't much. What is much is that if he has another fetch land or blue source on top of his library, he could Jace bounce my blocker, and then we're really screwed here. We are at relative safe 16. If we don't play Tarmogoyf here and just Hymn to Torok him and try to get a Jace, we're going to be taking 2 from the Shard. Goyf is going to deal us 4, going up to 10. Deathrite Shaman's going to bring us down to 8. And whatever the Confidant does to us, so we can't really do that. I think we need to play a Goyf here and hope he misses with the Jace here. So we could Thoughtseize it away. Or even Power Blast it if he tries to cast it. But that's not going to happen. I went for the Taiga there, if you guys are wondering, because I want to fire off Bloodbraid and Pyroblast here. And if I don't get double black, I don't get double black, because the Pyroblast can take care of the Jace. Alright, Thoughtseize, Abrupt Decay, the worst. I can't replay Tarmogoyf here, because he'll just Jace it back to our hands and basically time walk us. We have to get rid of the Jace. That means the Pyroblast has to hit Jace the Mind Sculptor. Feels like we punted this game, or he just ripped Dro out of it. Either way, it just feels bad, because like after my turn 1 Thoughtseize, I really thought I was going to win this game, and now I can't see a way I could win this game. So, in like a 3-turn, 4-turn spam, we just went from I can't see how we could lose into I can't see how we could win. I guess taking away the Jace the Mind Sculptor that turn was the correct play. Turn 1. We could Abrupt Decay. Tarmogoyf. So we could have Power Blasted the Jace, or the Shardless Agent attack into Jace. We could have Abrupt Decayed the Shardless Agent, attack Jace with our Dark Confidant. But the Goyf and Deathrite Shaman was going to put me on a 2-turn clock, and I have no way of killing the Deathrite Shaman at this current time. So, just going to get rid of his Tarmogoyf. Hope he has blanks, or like removal spells only, so it'll give us time for us to draw our answers. Double Death, right? Okay. That's not good. And all right. I think the Jace has to go. Oh, man. Mana problems in Legacy. Alright, we're gonna just Power Blast away the Jace here, play a Jite. Hopefully he'll have only blanks, like lands, like literally do nothing spells, or like hand disruption spells. So the goal here is to top deck a basic land here, or a land, excuse me, of any kind. Play the equipped Jace. No, that kills. Equipped Tarmogoyf. That kills us. We need to top deck removal spell after removal spell here. Alright. All this digging makes me think he does have a lot of blanks in his hand, but he's trying to take himself out of through it. Ah, that, my friends, is the backbreaker. And yep, okay, we lose. Feels like I punted this game somewhere. I just can't figure out where, for sure. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you for the next round.